Yo, what's up y'all? I'm back with a new video. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a beautiful guitar melody, maybe in the style of Pvlace or Cubeatz. I'm gonna break down each part of the sample. Unfortunately, I don't have all the VSTs and effects that I've used for each part of the melody, but stick to the end because I'm gonna show you all the master effects that I've used to take the melody to a next level. Let's get into it. So the first sound I've used is this guitar, this classical guitar from Philharmonic, and it's a classical guitar preset. It sounds like this. So this is basically 3 minor chords arpeggiated, and I'm gonna show you how I made the chords. And we have a D minor chord, then we have a G minor chord, and then we have an A minor chord. And the way you build these chords is, I'm gonna delete this, and you go here, and then you go to Helpers, Scale Highlighting, D minor natural. So it's gonna highlight all the keys in the D minor scale. And if you wanna build these chords, you just start with D, and then you skip one note, you go to the second note, you skip another note, and you go to, and you have a D minor chord. And then to build a G minor chord, it's the same thing. G, skip, A sharp, skip, G minor chord, and then we have an A minor chord, which is A, skip one note, skip one note, and then go to E, and we have an A minor chord. So you can spice these chords up by creating inversions, and that means you can take these notes, for example, and just bring it down an octave. Take this note, bring it down an octave, and it's gonna be the same chord, but it's gonna sound more interesting, and it sounds like this. The next sound is the same guitar, but instead of arpeggiating the chords, I'm just playing the regular chords, and it sounds like this. This guitar is to support the main melody, and you can see here I've put like little cuts in between each chords, and that is to create some bounce and rhythm, and to make the melody less boring. Next sound is a pad, just ambient pad. It sounds like this. So this is just an ambient pad, to create ambience, put it a little bit in the background. And you can see it creates movement as well, because as you can see, like the volume kind of starts low and then it rises and then it goes back down and then it goes back up again. It kind of creates like a wave, and it makes the the melody move, like it's more interesting. The main idea for the melody is basically done. Now I'm just gonna add textures and accents to fill up the melody and make it more unique. First texture I added is this kind of mallet sound, and it sounds like this. As you can see, I've added little cuts here as well, always to add some bounce and rhythm. And I think the most interesting part about this is that this sound plays off of the chords, and it kind of creates like a movement. It's kind of like it's replying to the chords, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Like, listen to it. So the chord is playing and then the accent is playing. They're going back and forth, and it makes it more interesting, I think. Next sound is this Rhodes, and they play in the background, just add some cool vibe in the background, and it sounds like this. Then we have this voice, ethnic voice playing in the background, also adds, uniqueness, and I don't know, it sounds cool. Next we have a percussion. Percussion loop. Then we have this ambient texture. It's just a background noise, and it adds a little vibe to the whole thing. Sounds like this. Finally, I've added this bass. So this is the final product. This is how it sounds like. So the first thing I've used is this Brainworks EQ, just cutting out a little bit of the lows, boosting some of the high frequencies. Then we have this Wolf compressor, and I'm using the 2 bus glue parallel preset. Next we have this saturation plugin. I've used the gentle saturation here, and I've turned up the drive knob a little bit and it adds some color. Then we have the FabFilter Pro Limiter 2, and I've boosted the gain by 1.4 dB to make it a little bit louder. Finally, I have this Soothe plugin to get rid of the harsh frequencies and to make it clean. And all together with the melody sounds like this. And that's it, guys. Thank you for sticking to the end of the video. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing, leaving a like, comment, because it helps a lot. See you in the next video. Peace.